Love is Blind Season 4 has brought viewers some incredible stories, while others have gone a bit too far and gotten scandalous. As the couples continue to navigate their way through their relationships, now back at home in Seattle with their weddings looming closer, things have changed for all the participants since they entered the pods. While some Love is Blind couples seem like they'll make it for the long haul, others are beginning to break at the seams. For many of the couples, it's become clear what their exact issues are, but they aren't entirely sure how to tackle them head-on. While some Love is Blind viewers enjoy watching every aspect of the couple's relationships, others sometimes struggle with seeing incredibly private moments play out on camera. There have been moments during Love is Blind Season 4 that are more extreme and personal than they have been during past seasons, in several different ways. From moments that are steamier than the show has ever been before, to instances that are more heartbreaking, some of the bold, shocking choices that have come from Love is Blind Season 4 are pushing the limits of the Netflix reality show. 5 Love is Blind's Chelsea and Kwame's racy engagement photo shoot. While some young girls dream of their wedding day, meticulously planning every last detail before they've even gone on their first date, it seems that Love is Blind Season 4's Chelsea Griffin had a different dream: her engagement photo shoot. After getting engaged to Kwame Appiah in the pods, they continued their relationship amid a few bumps in the road, including fellow contestant Micah Lucier's intrusions. However, Chelsea was finally able to achieve her lifelong dream of doing a lingerie shoot with her new fiancé. Chelsea explained that since her childhood, she had dreamed of taking photos with her soon-to-be husband where the two of them posed in their underwear. While Kwame didn't seem averse to the idea, he definitely didn't think as highly of it as Chelsea did. In the moment, Kwame seemed happy to go along with whatever Chelsea wanted, posing for the photographer and enjoying himself. The pair ultimately had a meaningful talk about their future after the photo shoot, but the shoot itself was the truly shocking moment, especially knowing that it was something Chelsea had been envisioning since she was young. Choosing such a risque concept for an engagement shoot, especially if it will be shared publicly, is shocking all on its own. For Love is Blind's Zach and Irina's surprisingly candid breakup. Zach Goitowski and Irina Solmanova initially matched in the first episodes of Love is Blind Season 4, but, after their connection in the pods didn't translate to the real world, the couple struggled to remain afloat. After spending time together during the vacation phase of the experiment, Zach noticed that Irina didn't seem too invested in him. When he asked Irina about her lack of interest, she brushed him off and said that her feelings needed time to build. Unfortunately, as the vacation continued, Irina continued to drift away from Zach, ultimately becoming uninterested in him in any capacity, causing friction between the two. During Love is Blind Season 4 Episode 5, Zach and Irina had a difficult but intriguing conversation about their relationship. They decided to end things before they headed back to Seattle. The conversation wound up being one of the couple's most honest throughout the experiment, at least once they were outside the pods. They spoke candidly about their relationship faltering, but went a bit too far when their honesty started to get a little insulting. As they were discussing not wanting to be with one another, both Irina and Zach began to get mean when they were talking about when, exactly, they planned to leave each other throughout the experiment. 3 Love is Blind's Jacquelina tells Marshall to man up. Jacquelina Bonds chose to accept Marshall Blaze's proposal in the pods, despite her lingering attraction to Josh Demas. The pair connected quickly and seemed to have a great physical connection when they headed into the real world. Once they arrived back in Seattle from their vacation, where Jacquelina had a bit of a struggle allowing herself to relax because of the guilt she felt surrounding her home life, things began to deteriorate for the couple. While Marshall was looking for more open communication with Jacquelina, she seemed to clam up any time he would ask to have a conversation with her. During one of their worst fights, Marshall chose to leave their shared apartment and head home for a few nights. Jacquelina took this hard and began to pack her things in order to leave as well. However, when Marshall came back to find her packing, he called her out for trying to walk out on him. He said he wanted to talk about what Shed said to hurt him, which was that she apparently implied he wasn't really a man. Jacquelina was appalled at Marshall calling her out, and the two started yelling at one another, resulting in her telling him to man up before bursting into tears. To Love is Blind's Micah asks Kwame if he's questioning marrying Chelsea. Micah, who got engaged to Paul Peden in the pods, was originally interested in Kwame. She chose to end things with Kwame in order to focus on her relationship with Paul, albeit a bit reluctantly. When the couple met in person, Micah seemed to be surprised by Paul's physical appearance and found herself curious about Kwame. When the two finally met, it made Kwame's fiancée Chelsea uncomfortable to see the two interacting, as Micah pulled him aside several times to chat. Though Chelsea and Kwame got through her discomfort, Micah didn't seem to learn from her mistake of getting in between two of the other participants. During Love is Blind Season 4 Episode 8, the couples attended Chelsea's birthday party and Micah once again cornered Kwame to ask him about his relationship and express that she genuinely cared for him. While she seemed earnest, it was clear that she had some unresolved feelings for Kwame, who was trying to be kind to her in the moment. While Micah had already apologized to Chelsea for taking up her fiancé's time, she clearly hadn't learned from her other in-depth conversation with Kwame. She asked if he was questioning marrying Chelsea, finding herself without much of an answer at the end of the conversation. One Love is Blind's Brett and Tiffany's R-rated makeout session. Brett Brown and Tiffany Pennywell were filmed in their hotel room on vacation after getting engaged. While this is a normal practice for Love is Blind, the scene was a bit racier than what is usually aired. When Brett pulled Tiffany into his lap, the shot panned to a specific angle that left very little to the imagination regarding either of their bodies. With the two grinding on their hotel room bed as they made out, Love is Blind may have gone a bit too far. Sources: at BriLinaBabe, Twitter; Love is Blind, Instagram; Love is Blind, Instagram; Love is Blind, Instagram.
Love in a modern world is fake when love was meant for joy too. When I find you, I realize that somehow we lie. Love in the modern world, it is fake when love was meant for joy. I know that he hurt you. Your 5 inches of heart is human. Can you be sure?